Good afternoon and welcome into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We've got some Women's British Basketball League action for you today as the Manchester Giants host top of the table London Lions. My name's Kaz Bullock and I'm very excited to be joined today by Manchester Mystics Division 1 player and master of the box sound, Hannah Alty. And we're going to be with you throughout today's game, which is due to tip off in just over 7 minutes' time. Now, Hannah, I know there's a lot of people very excited to see this London team, and we'll get into that in a minute when we break down both teams, but how much are you looking forward to today's game?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really excited to be able to watch the Giants and just really see how they come up against this London team. I think it's going to be a good one to watch.
So Manchester sitting in 7th place in the standings, 3 wins and 7 losses. They had back-to-back games against Caledonia last weekend. Unable to come away with a win in both of those ones, but big games from both Maya Pace and Hannah Shaw. Hannah Shaw with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals in the first game, dropped in 10 points, 4 rebounds in the second. Maya Pace had 16 and 6 on Saturday, 9 points, 8 rebounds and 2 assists on Sunday. And Sunday also saw Eva Karashaita coming off the bench, scoring 8 points, shooting 50% from the field, a season high for her. But how good is it to see young players like Eva being able to get that opportunity in the league?
Oh, I mean, it's fantastic. These areas and these games are just so important for young players to be able to kind of showcase what they've got and giving them the chance to be able to kind of really put themselves on the platform.
Absolutely. And this season, it's been Maya Pace in her first season out of San Diego University for the Giants. She's been leading the team in points per game with 15.8, adding just over 8 rebounds a game and 3.6 assists. She is top 10 in so many different categories. She's been a really big factor this season for the Giants. But who else should we look out for on this squad?
I mean, for me, I think one of my favourite players is Adil Kirk. She's fantastic. This is her first WBBL season. She's previously been in Turkey. But I just think, she's aggressive when she's on the court. She comes out and she causes chaos. She'll come straight off the bench and she'll be throwing up threes like it's nobody's business. It's great. It's really great to watch. I
mean, we saw her in the trophy quarter-final against Nottingham, 35 points, went on a 14-0 run herself. She was just on fire.
Yeah, she really was. It was fantastic to watch.
And moving on to London. So London, 9-0, sitting in first place in the standings. They last played last weekend against Newcastle, 102-56. In that one, saw the debut of Shea Peddy. Phoenix Mercury star Shea Peddy dropped 10 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and shot 71% from the field. And Hannah, I'm pretty sure if you said 71%, that's a good field goal percentage, isn't it? That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well, Temi Fagbenle said, no, Shay, let me fill you in here. I'm going to shoot 92% from the field, 12 of 13 on her way to 25 points, just doing what Temi Fagbenle does best. 6 rebounds for her as well. Just an absolutely phenomenal player, and for me, it's super exciting to have her in the British League, back here and representing it in London.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just fantastic to watch these players, and I think as well having these, these incredible basketball stars that are, playing all over the world and coming from different leagues, the WNBA and Euro League and things like that. It's great for the young British basketballers to be able to see them on their home court and be able to kind of, really aspire and be motivated by what they do on the court and off the court as well.
Definitely. So this London team, we know they're stacked. We know there's been a lot of talk about them this season. They were very strong last season and with a little bit of a different look. So returning players in Holly Winterburn, just a fantastic young player who at 23 years old has just achieved so much already. And I feel like we've seen her for so long, but she's still so early on in her career.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great team because we've got such a mix of, those kind of imports with like Megan Gustafsson and we've got Temi Fagbenle, but then we've got Holly Winterburn, Katie Cox and Faye all coming in that have all come up through the British basketball programme as junior players and then being able to kind of put that mix together. And again with Shanice Norton as well. It's just a really, really nice blend.
And you mentioned there, Faye Endine, Division 1 Player of the Year last season, MVP of the Division 1 playoff finals. Again, a really exciting young player to keep an eye on. So some of the additions, we mentioned Temi Fagbenle earlier, Shea Peddy, Megan Gustafsson, been representing the Spanish national team out at the Olympic qualifying tournament just last week with the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA. And the addition of Carly Samuelson as well. You want to throw her into the mix. Just a phenomenal shooter. She was out with the Townsville Fire in Australia last season, had a breakout season with the LA Sparks in the WNBA, and just a lights-out shooter. I'm excited to see what she can do from behind the arc.
Yeah, I am. I think it's going to be really great just to see how, you know, they mesh well as a team, and just to see what they put on the table, really. I'm really excited.
So the Lions, they were the Betty Cadona Trophy winners just last month, taking on the Essex Rebels. Megan Gustafsson named MVP of that tournament. And some of the players that we've named there, Hannah, this is a team that is essentially as well, they're built for Eurocup, they're built for the European competition, and they're through to the quarterfinals, making a historic run.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're built for playing, like you say, built for playing against those teams across Europe, and which is on another level. So realistically, we have to kind of watch our home teams, like the Giants, and see how they can come up against that. And it sets a precedent for them to be able to kind of develop and really push forward with bringing up their younger players ready for that kind of competition.
Definitely. We've seen also Caledonia in Eurocup this season as well. They've kind of pushed up a level.
They have. They've done really well. I think it's great that we've got kind of this comeuppance of like these teams that are really pushing towards being able to go for playing in Europe. I just think it's great.
And Manchester Giants as well, a rebrand this season, rebranding from the Manchester Met Mystics. We can see we've got a nice crowd here building. And how do you think the combination of merging the Giants name has helped them this season?
I think it has. I mean, it's done really well for them. I think it's given them kind of like that solid foundation to really kind of work on and be able to build something that hopefully will be able to bring them success for the future.
Definitely. So if we look at the starters for both teams, for the Manchester Giants, it will be Brooklyn McAleer-Fannis, Georgia Anderson, Hannah Shaw, Leah McDermott and Sydney Hunter. And for the London Lions, Shea Peddy, Savannah Wilkinson, Temi Fagbenle, Abby Myers and Carly Samuelson. That is 4 of your 5 WNBA players starting. Manchester playing in green today, London in white. And we're just a few minutes away from tip-off. And Hannah, it's probably an unfair question for me to ask you to pick one person from the London team to look out for today, but have you got someone in particular?
I mean, for me, I actually have to say, I think it's Savannah Wilkinson. You know, I've watched her develop. I played against her as a junior, you know, and again, to see somebody like that come up and develop and just be a star on the court as she is, I just love to watch, I love to see it. So yeah, Savannah for me.
And Savannah with that Eurobasket experience the past summer, playing for GB, back after several years in the States, bringing the talent back home. So teams coming out on court. London looking to keep that unbeaten streak alive, move to 10-0 in the league. Manchester looking to cause an upset here today. So for the tip, it will be not Peddy and Fagbenle. That one won't work, but it'll be Fagbenle and Shaw. Ball's up and we're underway. Lions with the first possession into the hands of Peddy. Going against McAleer-Fannis. Hands it off to Samuelson. Samuelson round the outside. Myers is there, turns and fires the three. Too strong, and it's Hunter for the rebound. And Sydney Hunter has been doing a fantastic job on the boards for the Giants all season long, as Leah McDermott manages to get around the outstretched arm of Temi Fagbenle.
That was a fantastic break there, and for Georgia to see that and push that ball forward was brilliant.
And we see Georgia's basketball IQ is just off the charts. An incredible passer, absolute legend of the game. Nice handoff there from Samuelson to Wilkinson, and that gets the Lions on the board. And that will be a turnover. Oh, apologies. No, that will stay with the Lions. Yes, so a turnover.
Yeah. It was Leah threw it out of bounds.
So Petty on the inbound. Fagbenle calling for it inside, needs to get it in. Does to Samuelsson. She's got McDermott on her. Great screen from Fagbenle. Samuelsson pulls up for 2 and hits it.
I think there was a bit of hesitation there between Hannah and Leah about whether to switch on that screen or not, and I think we really need to make sure that they're making that decision early.
And it's tough, isn't it, when you have a team like London who have so many outside shooters, but then you have that presence inside.
Yeah, definitely.
As Petty pushes the pace, gets it over to Samuelsson. Wilkinson, great handoff over to Myers in the corner. 3 doesn't go, but an offensive board for London as Petty gets it inside. Round to Wilkinson, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Fagbenle lays it in. And that's a tough catch there from Temi. You see she's doubled.
Yeah, I mean, the ball went to the opposite side. It was fantastic to see. You know, I think Manchester need to really kind of push for their help defence and help rotation to make sure somebody's there to cover that.
McDermott. Macaulay-Fannis nets the 3.
Nice bit of driving kick there, just keeping it simple, making sure that we're kind of, you know, getting the right looks. I think it's really important to keep doing that.
Manchester have done a good job with the ball movement this season. They've been able to pass it around outside. Manchester, again, they've got some shooters out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got Georgia and you've got Leah. I think it's fantastic. They just need to kind of keep doing what they do and keep it simple. When you're up against a team like this, that's all you can do, really.
So that's the first team foul on the Giants as Myers gets it over to Samuelsson. Going against McDermott. Back to Myers. Long cross-court pass to Petty. Petty on the baseline. Powers away inside and gets that to go. Anderson directing traffic for the Giants. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. You see there the pressure that both Myers and Fagbenle were putting on the pass.
Yeah, tough defence. I think, you know, Manchester have just got to make sure that they're straight into what they're doing and they're setting it up.
Petty fires the 3, doesn't go, but Wilkinson for the rebound. And it's Petty again that comes up with it. Myers with a over-the-head pass to Samuelsson. Samuelsson backs it out. And launches the 3, knocks it down. And that possession there, Hannah, just hustle from Shea Petty to get the ball back out to Carly Samuelsson. Hits the shot.
Exactly, and that ball movement as well, you know, inside to, and then back out, quick back out again, it just gets it there and, you know, allows them to set up for those big shots.
They just move the ball so quickly.
Yeah, really good to see.
So that foul was on Petty, her first team foul for the Lions. As Anderson fakes the shot, pulls up, too strong. And it's London back on the attack. Samuelsson into Fagbenle, nice pass inside there. And the 2 former GB teammates, they've got that connection, haven't they?
They do. You can really see it. It's like they each know where everybody each are on the court at the same time.
And both players part of that 2019 Eurobasket squad with a 4th place finish.
Yeah.
As Macaulay-Fannis, 3 doesn't go. And Fagbenle dives in for the rebound. Samuelsson pulls up from the free throw line and nails it. And I mean, you can't leave Carly Samuelsson
really
with
can't.
any kind of space.
Not at all, she's going to take it.
So a quick 10-point lead for the Giants here in the first. Macaulay-Fannis gets it over to Shaw. And it's almost stolen away, but Hunter can't quite keep control of it, and it'll go back the way of the Lions. As we've got a substitution for both teams. Eva Karashaita checking in for the Giants. And it will be Shanice Beckford-Norton, Megan Gustafsson and Ivana Katanic in for the Lions. We'll have a timeout first. So a quick start for London there, up to 15 points in the first few minutes. Carly Samuelsson with 7 points out of the gate. And what do Manchester need to try and do to close that gap a little bit?
I mean, right now they need to take care of the ball. You know, it's just making sure that they're kind of tightening up on their passes. London are putting that pressure on. denying the pass. They're in the passing lanes. They've got a hand there, so they're getting these tips, these quite easy tips, and they are taking full advantage of that and scoring it at the other end. So I think Manchester really needs to make sure that they're setting up correctly, they're setting up, they're strong with the ball, they're taking care of it, and they're able to then complete and execute the plays that they want to run.
And we've seen this Manchester team throughout this season as well. They're a strong team, they're a tough team, and they keep fighting. They may have been down sometimes, but they've shown that they've got that fight in them, can come back and compete with the best teams in the league.
Yeah, they can. I mean, look at last weekend. They had a tough weekend, a double-header against Caledonia. The first game was very tough, and I think they keep fighting, they keep pushing, and they've got that resilience within them and that determination, which is very evident when they're on court.
And that's great as well for younger players on the team to be able to see that and to see their teammates do that when you've got veterans like Georgia Anderson, Hannah Shaw out there following their lead.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
So back on court, it's Lions ball. Katanich with the inbound to Myers. Myers driving inside, pulls up, shot short, gets her own rebound though. Can't get that one to go. And Makile Fanis out of nowhere for the rebound over to Eva Karashaita. Just too strong.
You have to convert on those points. In a game like this, you really have to make sure that you're finishing.
And that's intercepted by McDermott. Hunter picks it up. Foul called on the Lions. That'll be on Katanich. That's a second team foul on the Lions this quarter. So it'll be sideline ball for the Giants. And Leah McDermott will inbound. Leah, a player that was with the Lions a few seasons ago as well.
Yeah, she was, yeah. Back on her home turf now.
We love having her up here in Manchester. Hunter, round to Karashaita. Makile Fanis. Hunter going against Gustafsson. Hunter turns, spins, can't get that to fall. Wilkinson. Katanich driving inside, finds space, going left-handed, but can't get that to go. And it's Myers with another offensive board for London, giving them those second chances. As Beckford Norton, she's blocked by Makile Fanis, but picks it back up. 4 seconds to shoot. Lions need to get something off here. Katanich to beat the buzzer. Doesn't go, but Gustafsson's there, cleans it up, puts it back in.
I mean, that was great determination from London there to really kind of, push for a score at the end of that 24-second call. But I think Manchester just need to tighten it up. They ran the clock right down. It was really good, but they just need to then make sure that they can, get the stop in the end.
Will Reed always says to me, you've got to play 25 seconds of defence, not 24.
You do, it's definitely right.
Karashaita for three. Hits it! It's a big bucket for Eva Karashaita. Again, the young player out on court. Had a season-high 8 points last weekend against Caledonia. Previously playing with the Oaklands Wolves, and it's great to have her here in Manchester. Beckford Norton into Gustafsson. She's doubled.
That defence rotation there was fantastic to see from Giants. They doubled up on Megan inside, and then you had Leah dropping them to cover that helper, as we like to say. But no, brilliant, great to see.
The substitution for the Lions, Faye Endine checking in, along with Kat Snitsina. And for the Giants, it's Idil Turk off the bench, as we expect the spark off the bench. Snitsina straight away knocks the shot down. And just an incredibly experienced player is Kat Snitsina. And also a lights-out three-point shooter. Putting her alongside Carly Samuelson always seems unfair.
It really does, and it's hard. She's one of those players where she's 6'2", and you expect her to play inside, and then she'll just light up on the three-point line.
Back-to-back threes for Eva Karashaita. 6 points for her in today's game. And that was a deep three. That wasn't close.
Tough basket, that was brilliant.
Gustafsson with a tough move, answers at the other end. Turk going against Beckford Norton. Needs some help. Karashaita hands it off to McDermott. Anderson's got 7 seconds to go. Round to Turk, 3 seconds. Need to get something off here. Turk is blocked by Gustafsson. And that is going to be Lions ball. Hannah Shaw checking back in for Sydney Hunter for the Giants. And a 10-point lead for the Giants here in the first quarter. Katanich. Beckford Norton finds space, goes all the way to the basket unopposed, and the Giants need to close that down inside.
Really did. That was a wide open lane there.
Turk, great screen there from Shaw, and Turk hits the 3. And that's what we've seen from Idil Turk all season long, off the bench, hits a 3, comes on and just makes a real name for herself. As Gustafsson's fouled at the other end. And that'll be Turk's first foul.
I mean, you've got to give her credit. She was coming across there to help with Hannah Shaw with Meg Gustafsson. So, you know, if a foul happens, a foul. You can't really complain with that.
There's a slight height difference, isn't there?
There is, just a slight.
So Gustafsson at the line, shooting just under 65% for the season. Averaging 16 points a game and 5 rebounds. Goes 2 of 2 from the line. And that takes us to 6 points in today's game. So Emily Black checking in for Leah McDermott. And Emily Black, previously playing for the D1 Cola program. And we know what a tough defensive-minded program they're known for over there, and I think you see that when Emily comes out on court.
Oh, definitely. You know, I think Jackson's got a fantastic program down there in Cola. They're so tough.
Anderson knocks down the long 2.
Defense.
Endine. Great pass. And Katanich just lays it in, and again, it's that ball movement from the Lions as Beckford Norton nearly steals that one away. But it's just that quickness of the ball movement, the passing, knowing where everyone is, which is really impressive to say that the majority of players haven't played together before the season on the same team.
It's like a clear indication of the standard of, you know, of each of them, that they just read the ball, read the game and read the ball really well and know where to kind of basically plot that ball so somebody's there to receive it, basically. It's brilliant to watch.
Turk going against Beckford Norton. Karashaita turns and fires and hits it! 8 first quarter points for Eva Karashaita, matching her season high already. And Dean into Gustafsson, backing down Shaw. And fouls called on the floor. And that's Turk and Shaw again trying to stop Gustafsson inside.
It is tough. It's really tough when you're down there like that. You know, somebody that's so aggressive and so tough and so tall. It's just so hard.
that foul's on Shaw. That's her first. Both Lions and Giants on 3 team fouls as Beckford Norton gets into Gustafsson. Snitsina. That pass just out of bounds. I think he was expecting a cut and one didn't come through.
Let's go, Giants. Let's go.
It's just over a minute to play here in the first. Karashaita hands it off to Anderson. Anderson to Shaw. Turk. Drive into the hoop. Left-handed layup goes in. And that's 5 for Turk. Snitsina into Gustafsson. What a pass. Gustafsson can't finish.
That was a beautiful baseline cut there.
And Black to Turk. It's to Anderson. 7 seconds. Anderson pulls up from the free throw line. That one doesn't go, but Shaw's there for the rebound and puts it back in. And the Giants are within 5 points of the Lions here. 27 to London, 22 for the Giants. Manchester going on a bit of a run after that last time out.
Yeah, they've really seen their like it seems like they've just kind of come out with that last couple of minutes and they've got all this confidence. You know, they're attacking the basket, they're putting it up. You know, Idil's nice little drive there. She had a wide open lane. She didn't kind of pull out. It was like she saw the lane and was going to use it.
And that's what you need to do, isn't it? If you don't hesitate, if you've got the space, just go. And especially against a team like this.
I mean, it can be frightening, you know, when you're driving into that basket and you can see you've got somebody that's 6'2", 6'3", standing above you, and you're just expecting that block. But just to keep going, fantastic. And I think, you know, we've got some great points on the board there from Ava. She's done fantastic, got the ball up there, got those hitting those threes. It's really, I think, put some confidence in the Giants.
And a good rotation there in the first quarter for the Giants as well. 6 players having scored that have been out on court, and just everyone making a real impact. Eva Karashaita as well, super impressed with her so far. Like, she's been a player that's maybe not got too many minutes, but has been learning all through the season, plays for MMU as well in the university team, and it's great to see her just coming out firing.
Exactly, you know, it's great, like you say, it's great to see people coming off the bench, you know, and getting their confidence, and, you know, she's already made up more points than, you know, her career season high last weekend in the first quarter. It's great.
So 16.4 seconds to go in the first. Lions up 5 and with the ball. Katanic. Round to Snitsina. 3 is up, and that is good. And that's the perfect pass around the curl round. Gets the ball in the right position. And at the end of the first quarter, it is the London Lions 30, the Manchester Giants 20, just after that 3, just in the last few seconds from Snitsina. And the Giants have been led by Eva Karashaita, 8 points for her, and Idil Turk with 5 points off the bench. And for the London Lions, Carly Samuelson with 7, and Megan Gustafsson with 6 points. So a relatively close first quarter for both teams.
I mean, the Giants have really pulled it back, and they've done really well. They've kept up, they've carried on being tough and being aggressive. They've tightened up as well on their offenses, made sure that they're taking care of the ball, they're getting those looks. So yeah, I think they've done really well. You know, it's great just to see Giants play. London Lions and the tough defense that they play. You know, they are swallowing the Giants, but like I say, you know, the Giants have managed to kind of tighten up on that, and they're reducing the turnovers, which is, you know, really important in a game like this.
And that's crucial, isn't it? That's something you put down earlier on, and the Giants with their 2 early turnovers and 4 to end the quarter, yeah, but did a good job keeping on top. And 2 turnovers for the Lions, so after those first ones for the Giants, to kind of solve the problem a little bit there. You see the London Lions with 18 points in the paint to the Giants 6.
Yeah, and I mean, as well, Claire, it's kind of, you can see, you know, they've got, London Lions have got 11 rebounds, Giants have only got 4. And it's, you know, and that's something that they really need to make sure that they're attacking those boards, being aggressive, out rebounding, and making sure as well that they're getting second chance points. You know, if they're missing, they need to be after those boards and trying to convert any second chance points.
Absolutely, it's those offensive rebounds as well, so crucial. 6 for the Lions, 1 for the Giants. So as we start the second quarter, it will be Giants ball.
Giants will have possession to get us underway in this second quarter.
Kizzy Spence into the game for the first time for Manchester.
Let's go.
As Macaulay Fannis gets it over to Hunter. Spence going against Endine. Spence steps back for the long 2. No good. Katanic looking inside. Picked up by Macaulay Fannis. Races down the court. Tries to get it into the hands of McDermott, but it's Beckford Norton that steals it away. And Shanice Beckford Norton, she is so fast, one of the fastest players I've seen, and she's so bouncy as well. She gets up there, grabs rebounds for being a relatively smaller player on the court. 3 doesn't go for the Lions.
Great rebound there from Kizzy, fantastic.
Foul call on number 8, play Endine.
And that's a foul call on London. First foul on Endine.
Will be the Giants to inbound.
So it'll be end line ball for the Giants. I've just spotted someone in the crowd with a Turk for 3 banner, and I love it.
Yeah, I spotted that before. I think it's great.
Definitely got some Turk fans in the crowd.
I might go sit with them at half time.
Macaulay Fannis. McDermott with a quick 3. Beckford Norton powers down the court. Over to Katanic, who lays it in.
Katanic, 2 is good.
It's hard when you've got a long rebound like that after a missed 3. You just have to make sure you're all back. Get back as quick as possible.
That's knocked out of bounds. Last touch will be the Giants, so it's with London. Maya Price into the game for London for the first time. Been in her first WBBL season with the Lions, but was with Newcastle previously. Had 4 years out in the States. And again, another young player on the squad. There's Price inside, nice handoff to Katanic, and she's fouled. She's going to go to the line.
That was a lovely play. It's really nice when you see the bigs, they're squaring up, they're asking for the ball, but then they're always aware that they've got other teammates cutting in, and they have a better advantage sometimes, and it's really great to see that.
You know what to do, Manchester.
Katanic at the line for 2. Shooting 100% from the line so far this season, hits the first. A player that's represented the Serbian national team throughout the age groups, was playing at Eurobasket last summer. And second one, it doesn't go, it's Hunter with the rebound. And a foul called on Snitsina. That's her second. That was on Hunter as she pulled the rebound down. Macaulay Fannis powering down the court, hands it off to Spence. Spence lines up the 3, knocks it down. And the Giants from 3 today, they've been doing very well.
Absolutely fantastic.
Again, Spence's first point of the game was Beckford Norton with the reverse. I don't know how she managed to finish that.
That was a great cut as well.
She just hangs in the air for a while, makes a decision, and then puts the ball in the basket.
Decides what she has to tea and then puts it up.
Into Shaw. Shaw turns, no good. Ball's out, going to go with London. And the Giants so far shooting 66% from the 3-point line. Been hit 5 of 7 so far. So back into the game for the Lions it is. Carly Samuelson, Temi Fagbenle, and Shea Petty. What a lineup there. What a substitution. Endine. And offensive foul is called on London. Substitution for the Giants. Eva Karashaita checking back in.
Substitution for the Manchester Giants, taking a seat, number 13, Hannah Shaw.
That last foul was on Temi Fagbenle. So Lions on 3 team fouls. We got just under 7.5 minutes to play. So maybe something the Giants can look to try and take advantage of.
Yeah,
put them into the bonus.
Definitely. They've had quite a few quick fouls, in the back court there, Lions. So I think, Giants need to really, like you say, take advantage of that.
Spence pulls up for 3. That one's too strong. Hunter taps it into the hands of Macaulay Fannis. Macaulay Fannis for 3. That one goes! Giants on fire from behind the arc. And cuts the lead to 8. Samuelson driving. No look over to Endine. What a pass from Samuelson. Spence driving all the way. Can't get that to go. And it's Fagbenle that comes up with the rebound. Samuelson thought about the 3. Kicks it round to Endine. Petty. Samuelson is wide open from behind the arc. And no surprise to anyone, you can't leave Carly Samuelson that open. Really can't.
Giants looks a little bit rattled then on the last defensive play against Lions, and they've moved the ball really well and exploited the gaps. So I think Giants just need to really tighten up on that.
As McDermott hands it off to Macaulay Fannis. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And Enzine will be called for the foul.
Second personal substitution for the London
No
Lions.
second foul.
So Endine's going to head to the bench, along with Price and Savannah Wilkinson. And Abby Myers checking back in. And for the Giants, Idil Turk and Georgia Anderson back in. Turk against Petty. Shea Petty is such a tough defender. Karashaita for 3. That one's short. But I like that look from Karashaita. She's hit them. She had space.
Yeah, she's been hitting them. She's hot. She needs to keep shooting it. And the rest of them needs to keep an eye out for her as well. Make sure she's open. Make sure the ball's getting to her.
I like the partnership between her and Shaw. Hannah Shaw's been setting some good screens as Petty. Her 3 doesn't go, but Wilkinson in for the rebound and a little hook shot to finish.
I mean, you just got to box out there, Cass. You know I was going to say that.
You've got to do some boxing out classes for everyone. Turk. Round to Anderson.
Oh, thought she was going to take that then.
Looked like she had space. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson trying to find a way through. And it's stolen away. Samuelson chasing it down. And it's Karashaita with the hustle. Gets to it first.
Oh, that was brilliant, that. Really, really good. Really tough.
Under 5 to go here in the first half. Turk swings it round to McDermott. McDermott looking for some help. Turk's there. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Karashaita. 3's up and in and out. That's so unlucky for that one not to go. As Fagbenley's shot is picked off. Turk dives on the floor, gets it into the hands of Anderson. McDermott, she pulls up for 3. That one's not going to go. And you see London on those last couple of possessions running the shot clock down, forcing the Giants to have to take a shot at the end of the clock. It's just a really tough defensive team.
Yeah, really tough. But I think what to Giants' credit, they aren't just kind of jacking up anything. They are really kind of being focused and settling down and not actually panicking, and then making sure that they're actually getting the right shots off. So I think that's a credit to them.
And those last two shots, the Karashaita shot, that it was basically in and then it came back out again. Like they're good looks. She's hit them.
Really
She's
good.
8 points for her in the first half. And Giants keeping themselves in it.
I mean, she's 2 from 3, so I think it's important that we keep looking for her. If we're having to run if the Lions are running the clock down, that's fine. Get her open, get the ball in her hands.
Absolutely. So leading the way for the London Lions, it is Carly Samuelson with 10 points, 3 assists and a rebound.
2 from 2 from the 3-point line. I mean, do you expect anything?
So Carly Samuelson, this season, she is shooting 65% from the field, 62% from 3, and 89% from the free throw line. She's like this close. I know we're audio here, but she's this close to a 50-40-90 season, which she had in Australia, playing out with the Townsville Fire, winning the championship last year. Averaged a 50-40-90 season, which is the first time that's been done since records began in the Australian League, since 1998. She's so considered in the shots that she takes, and she's so efficient, and she's one of the best shooters in the women's game, like full stop.
Oh, 100%. They're just dream stats, aren't they?
Myers into Samuelson. Samuelson turns, hangs in the air, gets that to drop, and that takes her to 12.
Do you know how much I practiced that move, that little fake?
I want to see it in the game later today. Black to Hunter. Shaw. Hand off to Turk. Shaw using the screen from Shaw. That one's off. The Giants have been able to get a few looks there using Shaw as the screen.
Yeah.
And Wilkinson just lays it in. Leads up to 19 for London. Been able to pull away here in this second quarter. Anderson looks for space, fires. No good. There's Petty over to Myers. She steps back for 3, puts it up. No good, but it's chased down by Fagbenley, and that's another offensive rebound for London. Petty, 6 seconds, draws a foul on the floor. And something that's really standing out to me here, Hannah, just the pace that both teams are playing with. Like, London do not stop, but the Giants able to match that.
Yeah, definitely they are. They're just running the floor, and I think both teams are really kind of looking for those fast break points. I think Manchester more so because they know that how important those quick fast break points are in a game like this.
Samuelson into Peddy. Round to Myers. Samuelson gets it back, shots up, and that is good! Count it! And the foul, a chance at a 4-point play for Carly Samuelson. 3 of 3 from behind the arc. Takes her to 15 points and a chance to make it 16. I mean, she's a shooting masterclass.
She is, she really is, but I think credit as well to her team for setting up that double screen. You know, there were 2 screens there for her to get round and time it well that she had the pass, and it perfectly placed into the hands for that screen. Just in awe, Kaz.
We're just watching greatness here. It's Carly's world and we just live in it. Samuelson does complete the 4-point play, takes us to 16 points. With just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Anderson over to Turk. She's got Peddy on her, trying to find some space. Karashaita, 4 seconds. Samuelson gets her hand on that one. And it tapped. I think she managed to tap it off Anderson there.
She did.
Substitution for the Manchester Giants.
And again, it's the awareness of Samuelson as Anderson takes a seat for McAleer Fannis. As Samuelson playing for the LA Sparks last season, had a real breakout season. You know, she may not be known in the WNBA as a scoring like loads of points, 20 points a game, but she works so hard off the ball and she puts that work in that you don't see on the stat sheet.
Yeah, definitely.
As Samuelson hits the floor and looks like she may have caught her knee.
I think it's the ankle.
Oh, ankle.
Yeah.
And hopefully she'll be okay.
Yeah, it looked like she fell forward and didn't fall very well.
Hopefully that's just a slight knock. You don't want to see that. So I hope Samuelson's okay. She'll get some treatment near the bench.
The Lions rebound from the baseline. Giants on defense.
So as Gustafsson's back in for the Lions. Peddy. Myers inside. Gustafsson steps through and finishes. That's a tough shot. You see that Gustafsson doubled and just able to get to the hoop.
Fighting through, yeah, brilliant.
And the length of her step. So Gustafsson back to the line.
What's it doing, Manchester?
And that foul was on Eva Karashaita, her first. Gustafsson finishes and a 3-point play for Lions. So 4-point play, no, a 3-point play on back-to-back possessions. Lions able to increase this lead up to 53. McAleer Fannis finds space but can't finish at the rim. And Gustafsson there just able to hold the ball just high in the air. Keeps control of it as Wilkinson passes out, swings it round. Peddy puts up the 3. Doesn't get it to fall, but again, it's Wilkinson with the offensive rebound. She's doing such a good job for the Lions.
That was such a beautiful read as well on that fast break then.
Myers driving, turns, spins, fades away. No good, but Gustafsson cleans up. Hunter. McAleer Fannis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. It's stolen away by Beckford Norton. Racing down the court all the way, drops it in. And Lions' lead is up to 30. They've really just stepped it up a gear in this second half of the second quarter.
Yeah, they've really taken this away now. It's brilliant. They've worked hard. I think they've also, you know, I think Manchester have got to really make sure that they're going to the half time looking at things that they need to be kind of pulling up and tightening up on.
So that foul is on Megan Gustafsson, her first. Puts the Lions on 5 team fouls, as we'll have a substitution for the Giants. Kizzy Spence coming into the game, and the Giants want a timeout with 1:11 to play. And we should say, Hannah, actually, I probably missed this at the start of the game, but no Maya Pace for the Giants today, out with a bit of an injury. And she's been really crucial for the Giants so far this season, just a scorer inside and out. And it can be hard, can't it, when you have one of your key players, one of your starters out, to try and have someone that steps up and fills that gap.
Yeah, it is. It can be difficult, you know, with somebody that you kind of rely on for those points. You then have to kind of look to the rest of your bench and really kind of make sure that everybody else is stepping up to the plate and make sure that they're contributing as well.
So a really explosive second quarter for the Lions, outscoring the Giants 27-5 after a relatively close first quarter. The Giants heading into that one just down 8, and it's you see the next level almost that the Lions put their foot on the gas.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I think for them, it's they once they get a chance or a second chance point or a fast break, they just convert. You know, they're making sure that they're finishing those points. Whereas I think Giants need to really tighten up and make sure that they're able to get some rebounds in. You know, I think rebounds right now, Giants are on 7 rebounds, and you know, there you go, Lions on 25 rebounds. That's, you know, as a coach as well, you're looking at them stats and it's kind of hard. I appreciate that, you know, there is the height difference and things on Lions. But you know what I'm going to say, Kaz? I mean, come on, you can box out.
Sydney Hunter will head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
We should have a box out stat on the score sheet. So it will be Sydney Hunter at the line for 2. And Sydney Hunter for the Giants this season, she's playing in her first season over in the UK. She was out in Australia in the summer for the Maitland Mustangs. She averaged a double-double because that's what she does everywhere she goes. She's a double-double machine, yeah. She's in San Diego, double-double. Australia, Turkey, UK, double-double. As the second one doesn't go. Katanich driving, finds the space, kicks it out. Beckford Norton for 3. Great shot from Beckford Norton, and the awareness there of Katanich looked like she had an open lane to the basket as well.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that was a beautiful read. You know, she saw Shanice right there on the corner and took the 3 instead of the 2.
More points as Spence hangs in the air, can't get that to fall. Gustafsson with another rebound.
33 seconds remaining. Giants on defense. Now
Katanich around the outside. Out to Beckford Norton from the other side. That one's good. Beckford Norton with back-to-back 3s. And 12 seconds to go in the half, so Giants can get something up here before going into half-time. As Macaulay Fanis with 5 seconds on the clock, spins, goes baseline, looks for some space, out to Hunter. Hunter puts it up, and that one won't go. At the end of the first half, it is the London Lions 63 and the Manchester Giants 27. And I mean, that's a big scoring difference, but we saw the Giants in that first quarter. They came out strong, and they were doing knocking down the 3-pointers. They've dipped off slightly with the 3-point shooting, but still 41%.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that last play then, it was brilliant. It was fantastic. You know, we had the ball, they knew the clock was ticking down. They made sure that someone was set up ready for that throw. Unfortunately, it didn't hit. But that's the kind of style that they need to be playing. They really need to make sure that they're playing smart and they're taking advantage of those points.
And sometimes in games like this, yes, the shot didn't fall, but you can use that, can't you? You're going into a next game, you've tried that play, you've got people in position, you've at least got the reps up in a real-life game situation to take it into your next one.
Yeah, exactly. It's about giving yourself that confidence, you know, as a team, you know, setting up those plays, running those offences, especially against a team like this, then hopefully in the other games and the rest of the season that you kind of convert on those and really execute those plays.
And so if you're Manchester now, you're heading into half-time, you've got quite the deficit. You've got to be pleased with how you played in the first, maybe some adjustments to make there in the second, not able to score as much in the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I think for them as well, I'm going to say it again, rebounding's the biggest thing at the moment. And you know, if you look at the second chance points that London have had 14 points from second chances, and Giants have only had 5. So that's a big difference there that they really need to kind of close the gap on.
And it's those offensive rebounds, isn't it? 10 offensive rebounds for the Lions, and it's been Savannah Wilkinson that, I don't know, from the, I mean, she's got 3, and so has Myers. from the eye test, though, Savannah Wilkinson just looks like she is positioning herself in the right place at the right time every single time underneath the basket.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well, Giants may be a little bit afraid in the paint. You know, they've only got 6 points at the moment from in the paint, whereas London Lions have got 34. So I can see that, I can understand that, and I think that's why they've probably been looking more at the three-point arc instead. And I think that's just something that they just need to really push forward in the second half, and maybe look at some more fast break points. You know, both of them are even, to be fair, on two points. I mean, it looks like they have more when we're watching it from the sideline. But, you know, I think they did have a couple of first chance goals in their first quarter at this fast breaks, and they just need to keep pushing for them as well.
And we've seen as well, but both Macaulay Fannis and Turk finding some space and driving to the basket to get inside as well, and that's worked. So that's something you'd like to see them keep doing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Kizzy Spence just did it the last couple of plays there. You know, I think somebody like her is great in a game like this. She's young, she's energetic, she's eager, she's great to watch, and she's not scared either. Like, she will just go at it, you know, and that's really good. And I think that's what they need in games like this. Somebody that's not kind of like reserved, you just need to go for it.
Just go off the bench, go. Go and score. So leading the way for the Manchester Giants, it is Eva Karashaitis with her 8 points coming off the bench, matching her season high so far. And then Brooklyn Macaulay Fannis, she has 6 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. And Idil Turk off the bench with 5 points and an assist. And for the London Lions, it is Carly Samuelson, 16 points, hitting 3 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. And then Shanice Beckford-Norton with 12 points coming off the bench. Megan Gustafson with 11 and 5 rebounds. And Shanice, I feel like Shanice has had a very quiet but efficient scoring run there. 12 points for her. She hit those back-to-back threes just towards the end of the second, and she's been able to get out onto the break.
Yeah, she's somebody that you cannot take your eye off. You know, like you say, the back-to-back threes and then the nice cut. She's cutting inside. She's moving really well off the ball, and those kind of gaps are there for her and allowing her to kind of get those points.
So at the end of the first half, it is the Lions with a 63-27 lead over the Giants. We're going to take a quick break for half time, and we'll be back with you in around 6 minutes' time. Welcome back to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for the second half between the Manchester Giants and the London Lions. London currently with a 63-27 lead over the Manchester Giants, looking to move to 10-0 in the league. And the Giants wanting to chip into this lead going into the second half. But Hannah, we spoke about it just before half time. A good strong showing from the Giants in the first quarter. They came out firing from three.
Oh, they were fantastic. You know, they really came out to play. And you know, they've proved that they deserve a spot on this court right now, playing this team. And I think they just got to really, like you say, chip into the lead. And from here, I think your main mindset when you're coming off at half time from a game like this is you have to just think about stops. You have to come from defensive stops. You know, we're not kind of worrying about scoring right now. It's just about getting those defensive stops.
Definitely. And without Maya Pace on court, she's been leading the team in steals per game. She's a tough defender. But we see we've got Emily Black out there, as I mentioned before. She's a player that really puts the work in defensively. And you've got the likes of Hannah Shaw inside. So we'll see what they can do in the second half. And so for the London Lions, we talked about it a bit earlier as well. They're playing in Euro Cup. They're through to the quarterfinals. That starts next week against Kayseri in Turkey. And then back home at the Copper Box on the 28th of February. Temi Fagbenley's been leading the team in points per game there, 17.6, 6.4 rebounds. It's just, I mean, for me, that's a really exciting prospect. We've got a British team out there in Europe and getting through to the quarterfinals.
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, it's really, really good. They're putting British women's basketball on the map. You know, and it's just a pleasure to watch.
And I think, you know, Shanice Beckford-Norton said it very well after the trophy finals. She said sort of, you know, no matter the result, we're putting women's sports on the map. So it's a win for women's sports.
Exactly. You know, that's the main thing.
So back on court for the third quarter, and it will be a Lions ball to start things off as Endine controls it. Myers. Ground, threes up, doesn't go, but it's Price that dives in for the rebound, and again that's another offensive rebound for the Lions. Katanich with 5 seconds on the shot clock, steps back for three, too strong, and again tipped. It's a kick ball to go with the way the Giants, but you saw there Smitsina tipping the ball, and Giants getting a bit lucky to come up with the possession.
Yeah, getting a hand on that then.
McAleer Fannis. Using the screen from Hunter, pulls up from the free throw line. That's short.
I mean, you can see there that, you know, Hannah Shaw was outnumbered. She had three against one under the basket there.
Myers kicks it out. Shot doesn't go. And you see that Price just tipping it. The Lions, they are a taller team, so they've got that wingspan, but they just tip the ball out to the players, get those offensive boards. As Anderson steals it away. She's going to have to wait for the rest of the team to catch up. She sets them up. Three's up, too strong. I think she knew that she went to chase it down. There's a foul on the floor. That'll be against Leah McDermott, her first.
I mean, you know, fouls like that will come off. When you're playing tough defence and you're stepping it up, you know, you kind of just have to accept that sometimes those calls do come.
Lions on the inbound, Endine. Katanich, round to Myers, shots up, doesn't go. McAleer Fannis again racing to the hoop, kicks it out. Katanich gets a hand on that one, but the speed that McAleer Fannis is playing with, she's rivaling Shanice, I think.
Yeah, she definitely is.
McAleer Fannis in her first season with the Giants, previously playing for the Leicester Riders. Spent some time in Germany last season. Leading the team in assists per game as Hunter spins, steps back. Not that time. Pass it inside, and ball is on the floor. We got a jump ball call. Hunter and Shaw jumped in for that one.
Yeah, that was great. You know, they just kind of swallowed up the paint, making sure that they were all over it.
And with 2 minutes gone, both teams yet to score here in the third quarter.
Let's go, Giants. Let's go.
McAleer-Fannis has Endine on her. Finds a bit of daylight. Kicks it out to McDermott. Shaw turns. Can't get the shot to drop. This is Lions ball from the end line.
7:39 remaining in the third quarter. Lions 63, Giants 27. Giants on defense.
Snitsina over to Endine. Oh, great handoff back to Endine underneath the basket. Can't finish on that possession. But again, it's that awareness of where your teammates are. And London doing that so well.
Yeah, a quick give and go like that is brilliant. You know, it's fantastic. Like you say, it shows that they're court awareness of where each other is. It's great.
Shaw hands it off to Anderson. Anderson with the short jumper. I think it looked like Myers got a hand on that.
It's a great rebound there from Leah.
Shaw backing down inside, turns, fires, gets that to fall, and she's fouled. So Hannah Shaw with a chance for 3 points at the line.
That was great hustle there from Hannah.
And we talk about connections between players, and the connection between Hannah Shaw, Georgia Anderson, players that have played together through so many years that they've grown up together and played together, both on the 2018 Commonwealth Games squad that won silver. It's, two really accomplished players in this league. Shaw converts. That takes us to 5 points in the game. Myers spins to the basket, hangs in the air, takes the contact, and she's going to go to the line.
That was a really tough move there. She did really well. Nice little spin. Got a defender off balance. And drew the foul as well.
Myers currently averaging 13.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 3.7 assists in her first season in the UK. She was drafted by the Dallas Wings in the WNBA last year and played for the Washington Mystics. Ivy League Player of the Year in 2022 when she was at Princeton. Again, just the accomplishments for the London squad is just off the charts.
I might see if any of them want to come and play later.
I reckon they would, you know, have another run out.
Call it a scrimmage.
McDermott into Hunter, and she's blocked. Picked up by Myers. Myers backing it out into Price. Great ball movement there is Endine. She can't get the shot to go, but that's going to send London back to the line, and that's 2 straight possessions there. London able to draw the foul.
I mean, it's just brilliant to watch. You know, as soon as somebody's cut in or the ball's moving, there's always somebody else making sure that they're rotating and keeping that defense moving and finding those gaps like Faye just did then, and she got that beautiful cut, drew the foul.
First one doesn't go. And Faye Endine, one of the players playing in Division 1 for several years, making the step up now into the Women's British Basketball League. And just coming through the pathways that clubs have got, and it's great to see.
I had the privilege of coaching her last year at the Hoot 6 All-Star Classic, and she was lovely. You know, she's one of those people that just really wants to learn and kind of absorb as much information as she can, and she was a real pleasure to coach.
I mean, I've seen her play before. She always seems like the type of player that makes her teammates better. Like, if she's not scoring, that's okay, because she's facilitating and she's setting up her teammates.
Oh, and they're the best players you want.
So Eva Karashita checking back in for the Giants. She had that big first quarter, 8 points for her in the first quarter, as Anderson out to McAleer-Fannis, driving the baseline, swinging it round. Karashita finds some space, and that's short. But again, I like the confidence. I like that she's taking those shots, and we've seen her hit them. As Myers' three's too strong. Anderson going all the way, scoop layup, gets it to drop, and she's going to go to the foul line. I feel like we've seen some very impressive shots today that have fallen, and then you've got a three-point play.
Yeah, they've been really tough, you know, and I think it's a testament to both teams. They're going hard at the basket, and they're really focusing on finishing their shot, and then able to, you know, draw the foul at the same time. It's really good.
So Savannah Wilkinson back into the game for London, along with Shanice Beckford-Norton. As Anderson at the line, hits the free throw. That takes us to 6 points. Nice handoff there to Price, gets her own rebound, and she's fouled. So back to the free throw line we go, because that's where we'll be living in the third quarter.
Apparently so.
That was called number 8, Georgia Anderson, first personal, 14th foul.
The Lions are shooting 70% from the line so far, 7 of 10. As Price's first is good.
Just the first to go, needs to be loud in Manchester.
And Price, a young player that came up through Ipswich in Division 2 at the under-16s level, representing Coppleston in the WEABL. And again, I feel like I keep banging on about this, but there's so much young talent that has been able to shine on this squad, and I think it's great to show the strength of the British programme.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, you know, it's another fantastic programme down south, Ipswich. You know, again, the team that they've just won the NBL 1 Cup final last month. Really strong academy programme, and you know, being able to showcase that on this court.
Beckford-Norton for the Lions. Katanich finds a lane. And Shanice Beckford-Norton setting up that play, and she's a player that's been with the Lions for several seasons. And her role coming off the bench as Macaulay Fannis out to McDermott. Her three's up, and that's good. Nothing but net for Leah McDermott.
That was a lovely play, really nicely executed.
Katanich to Endine. Endine gets the foul call, so back to the free throw line again. And that's going to be on. That's on Macaulay Fannis for the Giants. That puts her on 3 fouls. And that puts the Giants on 5 team fouls with still 4:32 to go in the third. So each time the Giants foul now sends London to the line.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a smart foul in the sense of, you know, she was trying to stop Faye from scoring, but then also now they're on 5 team fouls, so you kind of have to weigh it up, really, don't you, in these situations.
So leading the way for the Lions, it's Carly Samuelson on 16 points, and we saw her in that first half pick up a little bit like a slight ankle knock. So I wonder if we'll see her back on court, or maybe she'll take the time to rest. And,
hopefully. I mean, she was on the bike, so I think that's always a good sign when you see them there pedalling away. She seems to be up and moving. You know, there's no ice or anything like that. So fingers crossed we get to see her back on the court.
Got down some more threes.
Yeah.
So Samuelson leading the way in scoring for all players. 16 points for her, shooting 3 of 3 from behind the arc, 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And Shanice Beckford-Norton with 12 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists.
I mean, the fact that Samuelson's been on court for 9 minutes and she's still top scorer. You know, it just says it all, really, doesn't it?
It really does. Shooting 100% from everywhere. So back in court, it's Endine at the line.
Manchester, you know what to do.
And Endine gets the friendly roll on the first one. She's averaging 6.1 points per game, 3.9 rebounds and 3 assists so far in her time with the London Lions. As she gets the second one as well. That takes her to 5 points in the game. Lions up to 71. Turk back on court for the Giants, along with Shaw. Anderson, round to McDermott. Turk. Anderson, she's got space for 3. That's good!
I think that's what the Giants just need to keep doing, you know, moving that ball, running the plays, running what they're confident with, and making sure that they're making the right shot selection.
Katanich around to Wilkinson. Beckford Norton. Wilkinson puts up the three and answers at the other end. And Savannah Wilkinson, 9 points in today's game. She's been a menace on the boards for London. 3 offensive rebounds and just been in the right place at the right time to get the ball into the hands of her teammates.
And again, you know, you've got a 6'1" forward there who is quite confident and quite comfortable to shoot from the three. You know, like you say, absolute menace, a menace to guard as well.
Kara Scheiter, round to Anderson, same spot she's in. Pass into Shaw. Shaw, she's doubled and it's stolen away by Endine.
That was a good looking side there as well from Georgia.
Endine with the floater, spins out. Back into the hands of Anderson for the Giants. Anderson using the screen from Shaw. Looking to go inside. Her shot bounces around, doesn't fall. As Beckford Norton, what a handoff. And again, the hockey assist, the pass before the pass as Price puts it in. Great ball movement there from the Lions.
And also off-ball movement, you know, making sure that somebody's there for a second, for a third option. It's, you know, it's fantastic to watch.
Turk works against Beckford Norton. Kara Scheiter hands it off to McDermott. McDermott with a spin. Out to Turk. Turk going inside. She's fouled. You almost, as soon as you see Turk on that three-point line, you almost expect to just put the shot up because she does it so quickly.
Such a quick catch and shoot technique. Yeah.
So we'll have Emily Black, Brooklyn McAleer-Fannis and Sydney Hunter back into the game for the Giants. And for the London Lions, it will be Temi Fagbenle and Shea Peddy. Turk driving inside, kicks it out. McAleer-Fannis. Turk threes up and banks it in. She looked surprised at that one. I think she went to chase it down. Peddy, long two. Doesn't drop. McAleer-Fannis with the rebound.
Great hustle there for that rebound.
And Shea Peddy all over McAleer-Fannis. As Hunter passes round to Shaw. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Great handoff there to Hunter. Nice little run here from the Giants.
That was brilliant. You know, really, really good set-up play there. And again, like you say, the connection between the two of them for the hesitation there, draw the defender and then get that pass off.
Foul is called on the floor. That's on Beckford Norton. That's her first. And I'm just looking at the scoreboard up here, Hannah. So every single player on the Lions that's got on court has scored. And I just think that shows just the team management by head coach Stella Kaltsidou, Krumesh Patel, assistant, but they have so many players to choose from coming off the bench, and that's a real problem to have, isn't it?
Definitely.
A good problem.
You know, when you've got a bench as deep as Lions, you know, coming into this, the Giants really kind of have to be strategic in how they kind of can stop that.
Hunter goes 2 of 2 from the line.
Giants on defense.
There's Peddy at the other end that gets it over to Endine. Into Fagbenle. Fagbenle driving out to Peddy. Wilkinson. 2 seconds on the shot clock. She's fouled. Foul is before the basket. And that's going to send Savannah Wilkinson to the free throw line.
Giants are in the
I mean, you say about, you know, Lions having everybody on the board, scoreboard, but, you know, Giants aren't far behind either. And I think that's really good to see from, you know, in a game like this where, you know, it's a tough, you're a very, very tough opponent, but you're still managing to get everybody on court and getting the ball moving around and everybody getting some points up. It's really good to see. Very positive.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're the Giants as well, you can take that going into your next game as Fagbenle dives in the air, grabs the rebound, and just casual as anything, puts it back in the basket.
It's the most casual step through I've ever seen.
I think one of my favourite Temi Fagbenle plays was a three that she had at the last Eurobasket to almost take the game to overtime. She just very casually set herself up, shot it. It was a crucial three, and she was just like, "This is just what I do. Yeah, this is
Why?
me."
You expect it, Kaz. Like, why are you so surprised?
Foul is called on number 8.
And I would just, if you are a young player, an old player, any kind of player, and you want to see someone who, like the basketball IQ on the court, watch Temi Fagbenle. She is so considered in the shots that she takes. Just a brilliant player to watch. Turk's second's good. And that takes her up to 10 points in the game. So checking in for the Lions, Ivana Katanic. Faye and Dean will head to the bench. Got just under 30 seconds to go in the third. Lions ball. Petty over to Wilkinson. Beckford Norton. Beckford Norton with the floater. And that one's good. Giants can hold for the last possession here. And kick ball. 5.5 on the clock.
Giants going to have to get something off here.
It looks for Turk to try something. Turk driving inside, scoop shot doesn't go, and Fagbenle will launch it at the end of the third quarter.
Do you know, I genuinely, if that had gone in, I genuinely just wouldn't have been surprised. I was just going,
Temi with a casual three-quarter shot. So at the end of the third quarter, it is the Lions 81, the Manchester Giants 48. Carly Samuelson still leading all scorers with 16 points in 9 minutes.
She's not even played this third quarter.
I think that might be my favourite stat. Yeah. And for the Manchester Giants, it is Idil Turk off the bench with 10 points for her, along with 3 rebounds and a steal. 2 assists. That was a completely incorrect stat line for Idil Turk. She's got 10 points, 2 assists. And also for the Giants, Georgia Anderson and Eva Karashaita both on 8 points each. And for the Giants, so a better third quarter that we saw there. 21 points in that quarter, 22 in the first. It was that dip in the second with 5 points when London really put the pressure on.
It really was. They kind of took the foot off the gas, I think, a bit in that second quarter. But it's great to see that they've not given up the fighting back. They're chipping away at it, and they've really come out winning this third quarter, which is really positive. Just
a 3-point difference there. Lions outscoring them by 3 points in that third, and surpassing their total from Caledonia last Sunday as well, even being short-handed without Maya Pace, Lauren Thomas-Johnson out there. So that's a lot of positives for the Giants.
It definitely is. It really is. There's a lot they can take away from this game, like you say, to really reflect on. There's a lot that they can kind of be proud of today. I'm saying like this, it's not the end of the game yet, but you know what I mean.
You could see the great comeback.
You can. Not unless Temi makes any more of those halfway line shots. But yeah, I think they've got a lot that they can go back from now on, look at, rewatch the plays, look at the stats. Again, like I say, I think the rebounding's come back up a bit, but it's still, 40 to 15.
And it's still the offensive rebounds as well
exactly.
That's proving really crucial. What do they need to do? They need to box out.
They do. They do.
Fagbenle into Gustafsson, and Gustafsson finishes at the rim. And what a connection between those two.
You can't really argue for more than that, can you? Your two bigs just being able to kind of pass it off to each other. Probably blindfolded as well.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Nice.
Handoff. Hunter somehow gets that over to Turk. Turk's got Petty on her and will just be called for the foul as she catches her arm there. That was a great save in from Hunter under the baseline.
Yeah, it was. And that little pick and roll action between the two of them. Working really well.
Turk using the screen from Shaw. Looking for some help. Black's there. Black puts up the long 2. No good. And saved. Oh, it wasn't quite saved in. Oh, they called the shot clock violation.
Oh, okay.
Temi just saw the ball. She's like, I'm having that. That's mine. Shea Petty controlling things for the Lions. And Shea Petty just having signed a training camp contract with the Connecticut Sun this week. Moving back to the WNBA. She's been representing the Phoenix Mercury for several seasons. As Gustafsson again. Fagbenle to Gustafsson. It's that link up. Back-to-back possessions.
Dream teamwork, that.
And when you've got a big like Fagbenle that can pass like that, like what more do you want?
Exactly. And you know as well, if that pass isn't on to Meg, she can just take it herself as well.
Exactly.
She's got the confidence to do that, she will.
Black. And ball's out of bounds. Going to stay with the Giants. Sideline ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hunter. Shot doesn't fall. Black and Myers fighting for the rebound, and it will stay at Giants ball with a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Aklefanis looking to get it in. Black's there, it's picked off by Myers. Beckford Norton. And great job from Hunter there to get her hand into that passing lane.
That was a really good read there from Sydney.
For the Giants, Georgia Anderson, Leah McDermott and Kizzy Spence back in. Fagbenle swings it round to Gustafsson. Myers working against McDermott. Oh, what a pass to Fagbenle. Can't finish. And foul is called. That's on Petty, that's her 3rd. 2 team fouls for the Giants. Sorry, for the Lions.
Anderson to advance.
Shaw hands it off to Spence. Spence lines up the 3. Too strong, but Shaw diving in for the rebound. Great save from Shaw, but it's Fagbenle that comes up with the steal. Racing down the court, she's got Myers ahead of her. Myers, nice pass. And it's Gustafsson again finishing underneath the hoop. Spence. McDermott. Anderson. 3 is too strong. Fagbenle with another rebound. That's going to take her to 6 in the game. As Hunter pulls it down for the Giants.
She's been doing really well, Hunter, against the board. She's been fighting for them, being aggressive. You know, and the majority of the time she's being outnumbered by Lion players as well in the paint. So, testament to her. So a timeout called as that last foul was on Beckford Norton, and that puts the Lions on 3 team fouls for the quarter with still 7 minutes and 11 to play. So again, maybe something the Giants can try to take advantage of that, just get the Lions into foul trouble. And I mean,
you know,
yeah, it works. It does, you know, get yourself on the line, making sure you're finishing your free throws. And, you know, it can also kind of put a team on edge sometimes. You know, when you know that you're in foul trouble, you're kind of a bit more hesitant on defense and you kind of hold back a little bit. So that's something that the Giants could really take advantage of.
Here we see, so Endine on 4 fouls and Petty on 3 for the Lions. Again, it's Megan Gustafsson having overtaken Carly Samuelson in her 16 points in 9 minutes. She's now on 17, leading all scorers, grabbing 5 rebounds as well. And it's that link up between Fagbenle and Gustafsson. Fagbenle with 3 assists, 5 rebounds. And I want to say all those assists have come to Gustafsson inside.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, you know, it's always interesting. You know, I always laugh with my teammates, my other bigs, you know, as a big, you know how to pass to another big because you know where you would want it. So I think, you know, between Temi and Megan, you know, they both know where each other wants that ball, so they're going to make sure that those passes are executed, and then they know where each other should be as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's why we've got you here. So it's a Giants ball, just over 7 minutes to play here in the fourth. As Spence passes back to Anderson. And Spence trying to find some space inside and does. High off the glass, and looking for that one not to drop.
I love watching Kizzy play. She's so energetic. So into it.
She was out with the Oaklands Wolves for the last few seasons as Katanich finds a way to the hoop. As Anderson over to Spence. Hunter. And you see everyone on the Lions, just the defense, they close the Giants down really well, get out to the ball.
All got a hand in the passing lane.
Just like that. Snitsina steals it away. She's got Hunter. Oh, what a pass behind the back. Can't finish. Endine comes up with it. Wilkinson thought about the three. Back into Wilkinson, and it's knocked out. Good hands there from Kizzy Spence. Oh, that's the kind of play you want, your teammate to finish.
For a second then, I didn't think she'd seen Sydney coming in front of her, but it was like she just kind of knew she was there even though she hadn't seen her, and then decided to make that pass.
Katanich 3 is good, nothing but net. It's going to take the Lions to 92. They've been averaging 102 points a game so far this season. Just 10 points off that one. It's Anderson for the Giants, pulls up from the free throw line. That doesn't go, and it's Endine with the rebound for the Lions. Wilkinson. Snitsina gets it back, puts up the three, and that is good. And there is no hesitation. It's just catch, shoot, puts it in. An incredibly experienced player. McDermott spins inside, tries to hand it off, and it's picked up. Long pass over to Endine, chasing it down, but it's Hunter that got a hand on it. Great hustle there. 2 plays in a row from Sydney Hunter.
She just is a testament to her team. You know, she works so hard. Has got that grit and determination, and just really just keeps fighting.
And 4.3 rebounds for Sydney, but that again, that's a perfect example of it doesn't show on the stat sheet the work that she's putting in throughout the game.
The Joe Leadham column.
The JLC, yes, the Joe Leadham column. That work that you don't see on the stat sheet, coined by Adam Masters. And we love it up here in Manchester. We love Joe Leadham. As Spence for 3. No good. We have Kara Scheiter back onto the court for the Giants. There's 2 easy finish at the rim for Price. London in this fourth quarter outscoring the Giants 16-0. Giants yet to score this quarter. Makale Fanis to Kara Scheiter, long twos up, doesn't fall.
That was a nice look there, really nice look.
Wilkinson inside working against Hunter, and she's bumped from behind on the shot, so she's going to go to the foul line. And that's going to be on Sydney Hunter, that's her 3rd, as we'll have a time out before the shots. So London really having pulled away here in the fourth quarter, and just absolutely no let up. And you look at the rotation, the players that have played, no one really playing over 21 minutes a game. Savannah Wilkinson with just under 21, and again that I know she may have picked up a bit of a knock, but Carly Samuelson 9 minutes, 16 points.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just shows you the depth of their bench. and just how they can kind of rotate. And I think as well that's a testament to the coach that she knows what her rotations are, and they clearly have kind of, as a team, can all work together on court. There's not kind of one set team. You don't need kind of one big and one guard on at certain times. They just can rotate it beautifully.
And that must be such a benefit for you as a coach,
Oh,
when you've got players that just fit into any rotations that you've got, and especially as we mentioned with Euro Cup coming up next week in the quarterfinals, that's going to be something that's going to really benefit them.
Really, definitely.
Immaculée Fannis finds a way to that hoop and knocks it in. Takes the Giants to 50 as Katanic, great pass out to Endine with space for three, no good, but gets her own rebound. Doesn't finish on the follow through, but that's the story of the game, is it? Those offensive rebounds and those second chances for the Lions.
I mean, 23 second chance points says it all, really.
Karashaita for three. That one doesn't go. Katanic, Snitsina. And Myers fouled on the drive. That will be on McDermott. That's going to be her third, as we see Emily Black and Idil Turk check back in for the Giants. And Turk currently leading the Giants in scoring with 10 points in the game for her. Katanic pulls up, drains it.
I think there was a bit of miscommunication there between two of the Giants players on a switch with the screen, and I think something like that is what London Lions will take advantage of. You know, you really have to make sure that you're communicating on defence and making sure that you're covering all options.
Myers racing to the hoop. Can't finish, but gets the foul call. And that's going to be on Turk, her second. So Abby Myers at the line for two.
Abby Myers will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Time to go again, Manchester.
First's good.
Once more.
Second one doesn't go, but Wilkinson again with another offensive board. Can't finish on the putback. Karashaita gets it into the hands of Black. Over to Turk. Black behind the arc. Turk driving inside, out to Karashaita. She lines up the three and knocks it down. Emma Karashaita with a season high 11 points in the game, leading the Giants in scoring. What a game for the young player.
Really, definitely.
Myers looks to answer, and it's Hunter with a rebound for the Giants. It's over a minute and a half left in the game. Immaculée Fannis. And picked off by Wilkinson. As Katanic just slows things down for London. Myers with the reverse, and what a pass there from Snitsina. Again, the connection, we've seen it all game long, and that takes the Lions up to 104 in the game. Manchester at 53.
That was a lovely little baseline cut there.
So leading the way for the Giants, it is Eva Karashaita, 11 points for her, coming off the bench, hitting 3 threes. Season high for her. We saw her have a great game last weekend against the Caledonia Gladiators, dropping in 8 points, and really fantastic to see get it, playing against a strong London team.
Yeah, definitely. Clearly shows like her confidence is growing, which is just great to watch, and be able to see their player like her developing and bringing herself up with the Giants team themselves. So yeah, really, really nice to see.
And for London, it was Savannah Wilkinson that you picked out earlier in the game to keep an eye on, and I think she's been just as impressive as we'd expect. And she's really made her presence known rebounding wise. She's been really crucial.
And her cutting as well, her movement off the ball. I think she's very good at kind of keeping that ball, that off the ball movement, which then allows her other teammates to find those gaps and leave options wide open for her teammates as well.
So the team's coming back out on court for the last minute 19 in the fourth quarter.
Giants have possession on the baseline. Ilya Turks will inbound.
I don't expect we'll see any let up from both teams in the last minute or so. Makalefanis against Endine. Turk. Trying to go inside, she does. Layup's too strong off the glass. But Turk finds a way to the hoop.
She's got such a great, brilliant.
And came out of nowhere to steal the ball.
I was about to say, she can really find those gaps.
Definitely. And she's very quick as well. Very quick player. Back to Makalefanis, who turns. Her three's no good. And Wilkinson with the rebound. Katanic into Wilkinson. And fighting for the ball. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's Giants ball. 30.6 seconds to go. And Lions with a press. Makalefanis gets it over the line to Hunter. Into Turk. Turk again looking for that gap to get to the basket. Has to pass out of it. Karashaita, 4 seconds to go. Stolen away by Wilkinson. She's got Katanic to the side of her. Gets it back. Passes out, and I think the Lions will just dribble this one out. I was expecting a spectacular break there. I think the Giants just caught up with them. And that will do it for the end of the game. The London Lions 104, the Manchester Giants 53. London moving to 10-0 in the standings. Their unbeaten streak is still alive, and they were led today by Megan Gustafsson. 17 points, 6 rebounds for her in just under 12 minutes of play. And Carly Samuelson, as we said before, 9 minutes, 16 points, 100% from anywhere she shot, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Ivana Katanic and Denise Beckford-Norton both coming off the bench, dropping in 14 points each. And for the Manchester Giants, it was Eva Karashaita leading the way, 11 points for her, hitting 3 threes, grabbing a rebound as well. A season high for her. And then Georgian Anderson and Brooklyn Makalefanis with 8 points each. Makalefanis adding in 4 points and 4 rebounds. So Hannah, a tough game for the Giants, but basically it's a tale of two halves. They put together 2 really strong quarters, and then maybe 2 quarters where the Lions were just a bit too much for them.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think that first quarter they did so well, and we should be so proud of themselves for the way that the effort that came out on in that first quarter, you know, and then to recreate that again in the third quarter and come out on top. I think they just kind of need to go back now and reflect on how they can kind of maintain that for 40 minutes, and I know it's hard. It is so hard to do to keep up to that level, but I think it's something that they are capable for, and they just need to kind of go back now and, you know, reflect and learn from this.
And as you said, you know, that a lot you can take from that, lots of positives, offensive rebounds to look at, boxing out,
rebounding. I think, you know, it's the second chance points here that we can see that, you know, 23 second chance points that London had, and they only had 7 themselves, Giants. And points from turnovers, you know, London Lions have 20 points from turnovers, with Giants having a total of 17 turnovers there. So it's just kind of tightening up and making sure that they're taking care of the ball, making sure that they're going after those rebounds, and just really kind of making sure that they're executing their plays when they can as well.
And so they'll be facing the Leicester Riders next weekend against next Sunday, so back here at home at the National Basketball Performance Centre. So not too long as well to wait to try and put that into practice, what they can learn from today's game.
No, not at all. I think they just need to come back strong this week, come to practice, you know, really make sure that they're working hard in practice, and yeah, it should be good.
And was there anyone in particular that stood out for you from the Giants? I know you mentioned Turk to watch, and I think she had that really strong first quarter.
I think Leo just worked really hard today. You know, she was going after it. Sydney Hunter as well. You know, she was going after everything, every single turnover, every single rebound. She was fighting to the very, very bitter end. But yeah, so I think they were both brilliant today.
Absolutely. We mentioned Savannah Wilkinson to watch out for, and you know, she put on a show, as did Carly Samuelson, as we all expected. And this London team, I mean, the sky's the limit for them, really, isn't it? They're heading into Eurocup, and it's just bringing in so many new fans to the British game.
It really is. It's fantastic. You know, like we said, they're putting women's British basketball on the map. And I think it's just the way, like, for example, with Faye, you know, she's somebody that was in, you know, playing Division 1 last year, MVP Division 1, and then to make the jump then to the WBBL, but not only the jump to the WBBL, but the jump to the London Lions and to Eurocup. You know, it's fantastic to see, and I think that the programme that they've set up at Lions is brilliant. You know, and I can't wait to see what they've got in store for the future.
I know, I'm definitely excited to see where they go. So the final score from here in Manchester: London Lions 104, the Manchester Giants 53. Giants back at home next Sunday against the Leicester Riders at 2 p.m. So come down to the National Basketball Performance Centre, grab your tickets, and see these amazing players in person. So from myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Hannah Alty, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.